to get the job, but they had no managerial experience. The club in the conference was a big club that needed really to push up the league, so I understand why they didn't get the job. But yeah, they took over for a bit, and we did well. So I don't know. Could they have had a little bit longer in the job? Maybe. But I remember the day that AD found out that they weren't getting the job. He came to me at training and was like, "Oh, John, we're gutted." I was like, "Why?" And he said, "Oh, because they've told us who the new manager is." And they were like, "Oh, it's David Holdsworth." And I'd heard of Dean Holdsworth, but I actually hadn't heard of David Holdsworth, to be honest.
AKA the lesser twin.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about him, but then I did a bit of research and I heard he was at Ilkeston and did all right at Ilkeston. But I thought it is quite a big step up to go from Ilkeston, who are quite a small club really, to Mansfield Town, who in the area, especially at non-league level.
And at that particular time as well, it was still our first season, and then we wanted to bounce straight back.
Exactly. I thought, I can't remember who it was, but there were some more established names that were sort of floated around at the time, and we were all really surprised as lads. And then I remember the first time we saw him, he was like in expensive, slick clothing, and yeah, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but he just seemed a little bit arrogant and a little bit sure of himself, and I hate to talk badly about people, but it did actually come to fruition, like that first initial judgment. I always give people a chance, and I gave him a chance. He was strangely good to me at the start of his time. He made me captain and gave me a new deal, having seen me play once. And I'm not saying there was, but I don't know if there was an agenda behind that. Like maybe it was to win over some of the fans or something. There might have been some form of agenda.
With longer-serving players, managers tend to go one or two ways, don't they? Either put him on the transfer list and get rid to start new, or they make him captain and give him a new deal.
He did both, essentially. Because he made me captain, gave me a new deal. He used to butter me up in training and things. Did well for 10 games, and I think it was Wrexham away. We got beat, and we didn't play well at all. Right, I didn't play well, but it was my first game as captain where I didn't play well. And after that game, wasn't on the bench, anything. I went from captain, who he spoke to all the time, to not even being on the bench, not even talking to me. And I know we were saying earlier, when a manager doesn't fancy you, it's easy to resent the manager, but you do expect some form of explanation. There was another 10 players on the pitch that time who did no better than me, yet they all played the next game, and to not even be on the bench the next game, it was a shock. And after, must have been about a couple of months of just coming to games, sitting in the stands, he actually, for the first time, he spoke to me and said, "Oh, Northwich Victoria have come in and they want you to go on loan." And at that time I wasn't really thinking about this teaching route. I'd finished my degree, but I had no actual experience in schools, because obviously I was at Mansfield Town full time.